her back.
Rasheeda basically kind of paid her dust.
No, Rasheeda hands in the air, and I know when Rasheeda started throwing that big ass rock on her feet around like this, when she started doing this, she don't give a hell.
I'm not friends with you, or you. The only one that's my ride and die right now is Kurt mother.
I'm like,
Dick was just going crazy.
you could definitely tell Rasheeda was over. Her eyes rolled back to the time Kurt wore the 3 earrings.
What confused me is how all of a sudden you such a friend and you never checked on her when the Cannon thing happened. You never checked on her even when we came alive. When Jasmine came back, you never even checked on her then. But y'all.
As we discover more, Rasheeda seems to be exactly who KM is. It is creating pain and affectionate friendship because Michelle claimed to have no friends. Recent allegations of infidelity involving Mendeecees and the internet were confirmed by Rasheeda, going bonkers since Kurt implied that Jasmine's claims was true regarding Mendeecees' preference for other women. Since Rasheeda said that she and Yandy had never been actual friends and had simply been behaving this way for the cameras. Their disagreement had even permeated their relationship, which seemed to have never existed in the first place.
Me and Yandy have not had that type of relationship. Like, we don't talk about our husbands, and I know people see the television side of things, and we are in the same friend circles, but there's levels to friendships. And that's the thing, like, she has her close, tight, bestie friends. Like I said, my friends, like, when I go through stuff, we're there to hold each other down. Not when the camera on, but in real life, you know, and not for a one-up to look good, because if you really felt like you've been holding me down, well, where were you, baby? That's all I'm saying is where you...
Rasheeda has now reiterated her claims that everyone knows about. Rasheeda Taz's statements have undoubtedly made things 10 times worse. What you should know about Yandy is that she doesn't play around with her family or lover. We all anticipated that Rasheeda and Yandy would support one another, but they are both women who enjoy potty stuffing. They have both been doing it in different situations, throwing stones and concealing their hands. Another reason Yandy isn't Kiki with Jasmine is that they both have the trait of having their men harass them and take care of everything. Jasmine wanted to stay faithful to Rasheeda. Yandy and Rasheeda are the originals of Didu of Love, and Yandy has always supported Rasheeda, even when she wasn't around. Rasheeda swiftly lost her temper and portrayed Gandhi and Mendeecees' marriage negatively on 5 Mayors, suggesting that Gandhi has been faithful to the wrong person all along.
Or you and your husband or boyfriend, girl, whatever y'all call it, to get on the same page. I'm not even...
Does it feel like Rasheeda has been hankering after this for a while, or is that just me? She told Kirk that everything Jasmine said was untrue, so if you believed anything she said, you were most likely viewed as an enemy. But Jasmine told the truth as soon as she brought up Mendeecees' infidelity with Yandy.
Stand on that. Everything Jasmine said got truth on it. Then I have to take account that everything she said about you is true. I don't know her. That is your woman. That's your baby mother. You deal with that. Leave me the f alone.
Rasheeda and the kids have been having a blast ever since Yandy was put on the hot seat to explain Mendeecees' affairs. Not only that, but she has called Yandy out for trying to protect her guy from criticism. Furthermore, Yandy was surprised that Rasheeda wasn't even trying to defend herself because, as we previously discussed, Yandy had always supported Rasheeda no matter what. It reached a point where she and Mendeecees had to meet with Kirk and Rasheeda to settle this Jasmine situation, which I've heard many women talk about. It's really not my position to tell anyone anything about their man, even if I have recordings of ladies with their man or something. However, Rasheeda had nothing positive to say and even denied any knowledge of Jasmine's affair with Yandy, until it was revealed that she knew about it and had been lying about it from the start. It seemed as though Rasheeda believed that what was being said had some merit. She even went so far as to assert that she and Yandy were not friends and that their allegiance was avoidable.
Me is how all of a sudden you such a friend and you never checked on her when the Cannon thing happened. When Jasmine came back, you never even checked on her then. But y'all friends.
At the end of the day, I know what you're doing, and it's okay. And if people want to run with it and say, well, she was not a good friend, she was not a where your man stick his penis ain't that.
Yandy found that absurd because, despite everyone else's backing, she had been the only one who had backed Rasheeda and Kurt's marriage. Why would she protect someone who wasn't even her friend's child out of kindness? Their friendship wasn't doing well. The two women intentionally avoided each other until Yandy let out all of the rage and bitterness that had been growing inside.
He started yelling and she's just like, oh, so we not friends? I'm all in this bitch's face for you.
I don't know who left the room first, but that was the end of that kickback. That was the end of that fun, and it was.
Rasheeda, on the other hand, refused to accept Yandy's treatment of her. Because of this, she took advantage of their disagreement to say and do anything she wanted. Everything was up in the air. And Rasheeda started revealing all the details of Yandy and Mendeecees' relationship that they didn't want the world to know. Despite having 2 weddings, she would clap back at them and refer to them as just dating. Additionally, she asserted that she had been informed on several occasions that Mendeecees had ended their relationship.
I've seen things, and that's just it. That people have brought to me. Let me say it like that.
Did you ever go to her with the things you said? Why not?
Because I don't do stuff like that.
Kirk naturally supported his wife, even though Yandy tried to act otherwise. Everyone in Atlanta knew that Mendeecees was disloyal and had a side piece that he was dealing with. He might possibly have smoked more for Mendeecees than Rasheeda does for Yandy, he said. Mendeecees needed to get his affairs in order. In order to remain relevant on the show, he also claimed that Yandy and Mendeecees wished to work with him and Rasheeda. Do you think they were truly intended to be friends? Harmony of any kind, the relationship between the two couples is steadily declining. After seeing Kirk and Rasheeda use a man's name to wipe their mouths, what kind of man does that? I'm going to start disrespecting everyone. You let your wife mention my name and she can get it too. Carlos King Mendeecees wrote on Instagram immediately. He went on, please stop talking about me and my relationships. People's polyamorous behavior. Yandy wasn't going to put up with that either, and she reprimanded Rasheeda for talking about her relationship when she wasn't qualified to comment on other people's marriages, especially when she was cheating on her. If there was ever a chance that they would rekindle their friendship, that wasn't allowed. The way that gang views Rasheeda will never be the same after everything that has transpired. Both ladies have been messy, as we all know, but Rasheeda is far braver this time, and I want the girls to treat Rasheeda with the deference she merits. As the whole situation just emphasizes how she handled Kim. Michelle, it's absurd that you're now accepting what Jasmine claimed about Mendeecees, but not about Kirk. Given there is still no proof, despite CCTV showing Mendeecees performing whatever it was she did, even though I dislike Yandy Luther King, it's enough that she begs Kirk to be her sole friend. I used to like Rasheeda, a bird, but now that the real her is out there, people can see what do you think about this? Would you do that? I'll see you in the future video. Rasheeda doesn't know what loyalty is. Yandy and Rasheeda would be disagreeing. You won't want to miss any more videos with berries with pepper. So please leave your thoughts in the comments box and remember to like and subscribe.